Hello and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today's video, I am showing you my extremely messy homeschool room. As you can see, it is in desperate need of some storage options as well as some serious organization. This has always been my office and it was my beauty room and where I got ready, but then it became the schoolroom also, and so it just kind of started like adding piece by piece. As you can see, there's just these random pieces all over the wall, but I'm in desperate need of some storage, and so I want to get some of these bigger pieces out of here to open the space up more because it's really a decent sized space. You just can't tell it from everything that's in here. So right now I'm utilizing even some door storage to be able to open this up a little bit. So I've gotten everything out of here. I've cleaned the walls, and now I'm going to be taping it off. Before we get into that, I ask that you give me a thumbs up if you like this type of video and consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. So one of the first steps is going to be taping off the area, and I really want to just give this a really nice bright feel. As you can tell, I'm dealing with some really old wood paneling here, and it's going to definitely take quite a few coats of primer to get this handled. But first step is we are taping off. As you can see, I've got some clothes in the closet here, and so I came up with this great idea that you're going to see later to be able to utilize that closet. So make sure that you stay to the end to see how I'm fixing some of this lack of storage. So I have everything taped off here. I did forget to tell you that before I taped everything off, that I washed all the walls down, wiped them down really good, got those sneaky cobwebs, and then it's going to be time to get painting here. So what I'm using is a primer, which is the Kills primer, and so I'm just going in, I'm cutting in with the paintbrush at this point and getting all the lines that I can working with this paintbrush. I think I show you this in a little bit, but one of my favorite things to use when I am cutting in is a red Solo cup. So I take a red Solo cup and I get a paintbrush and I fill it up with my primer. So right here you see I'm using the Kills original primer. There's my little Solo cup and brush, and it's easy and light to kind of carry around with you, and so it just makes it easy to cut in. So I go all the way around the room and I'm cutting in around all the windows and the trim, and then I'll go in with my roller. And so I was able to get one coat on for the first day, so it's really quite surprising how long just getting prepped and ready to go for the first day is. All right, so we're on day 2, about to get started for the morning. Yes. And I'm going to cut in with the paint that I purchased, and then I will get a coat of that on there. And then last night we got to talking, and I've actually taken all my clothes out of here. I used to keep this, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint this also because we're gonna actually build shelving in here, and this is where all of this stuff is going to house. So that's the plan right now. So first I want to get a coat of this on, and then I'll finish cleaning out the closet while this dries and does its thing. Okay, I just wanted to show you, so I have cut in all the way around with the new paint, and I have done this wall right here completely. Here is the paint that I'm using. It's just a royal satin, and we got the it's called Pegasus. So that's the color. It looks very, very white. It pretty much is, but it's in like the gray family of white, I guess you could say. So right now I'm seeing very little color difference between the painted wall and the primer wall, but it is going on nicely. It is looking good, and so we'll keep updating. Especially my roller was hitting the corner of this trim a lot, and so it was going to cause runs, and so I just came down with my brush all the way down and kind of smoothed that out. And so while I did that, I just came over and did it with all of these. I had kind of kept an eye on this and it was okay, but I did go ahead and hit that one. And this one had quite a few little drips along it too, so it was good that I came back and did that. And then the tops are all okay, and then I came down and I did the same thing with this one all the way down, and that way it's nice and smooth and I don't get any little bubbles going. So now we're gonna have to let this dry. We've got one coat of the paint on. It's always exciting to get to pull the tape off, but we don't get to do that for a while. And so now I will get to work on cleaning out everything that's inside this closet, taking it back to the master bedroom, and then getting all this ready to be primed today. So exciting. Okay, so I have the closet completely cleaned out. So now I'm going to get some cleaner and just wipe everything down, because I know it's going to have dust and stuff in there that needs to come out. And so all these are actually going to stay, and we're just going to connect to them. And then kind of looking at the wall color, I think I'm going to do an experiment with, I've got the color that I have put on, but it is just very, very white. And I'm not sure how it's going to look with the ceiling once it's taken off. So I am going to give it some more time to dry. But then after that, I have a little bit of a gray color that I am going to add in with my white. And we're going to see how that goes. On this closet, and it is a little more difficult than I anticipated. I'm actually going to be switching my roller covers here. I've got this one that says it's for rough surfaces, and the one that I'm using right now, it could be that it, you know, I used it last night, but it is just flat as all get out. See, majorly flat. So I'm going to put it on this, and then maybe I can get in between those lines a little bit better. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but this is like a giant difference. So hopefully this is going to roll on a little bit better. So I've got the top done. It's really messy, but what I'm doing is I'm rolling, and then I'm going to go back and kind of cut in. Guys, we are on day 3 of this project. I quit yesterday early evening. This closet just is kicking my butt, guys. It is so tight over in here and getting everything in. I did get 2 coats of primer on it, thank goodness. And so told you yesterday that I had decided to take this wall color with a gray that I have to mix up their color and mix it up, and you can just like barely see a difference. But as I was looking at it last night, I felt like this was just kind of graying out, and now I'm scared to put a color on it because I'm just not sure what's going to come out. But I am going to go ahead with this paint mixture that I've mixed up. I'm going to put it on this, and then if I see a vast difference between this wall and this wall, I'm not going to put this new mixture that I made on the outside of the walls. So we'll see. I am starting out with a new putty roller today, and to help out with this closet, I went ahead and got this little 4-inch roller because I think it's going to be very helpful right over here in these shelvings where the regular roller just isn't fitting great. And so maybe this will make my life a little bit easier today. And then we are starting out with a new brush today too. And so this is just a master 2-inch angle brush. So we're starting out fresh today with rollers and brushes, and hopefully this means that the project will be much better today and almost done. Okay, all I've really done here is I've kind of done, I've done this section, I've kind of cut in, I did the bottom of here, and then I've done all these shelves, and already it is so much easier since I switched over to this little roller. I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing this yesterday, but right up here I went straight up, and so this side over here has paint, that's still primer, and so I'm about to come in and kind of go around with my little roller here, and then go in with my big roller on all the rest of it. But I was able to cut in really nicely right here, so that's working tremendously well. I see I have some runs here, so I'm not sure if those are from my, yep, must be from my roller today. That one's old, it's completely dried. But just gonna go with my roller right there to make sure I don't have any, or with my brush. And so I don't know if you can see, here's the color difference right here. And so this mixed color that I made, I think is probably going to be quite a bit different from my wall. So I probably will not be putting this on, because this is almost picking up a brown tan, not gray. So I think it'll be fine inside the closet though. So just wanted to give you a little quick update and tell you that today is going much better so far. Can't believe I didn't go get that smaller roller yesterday, but oh well, live and we learn. And I've got a little bit of Heart of Dixie playing in the background, so that's always fun too. Check in soon. Okay, so we have an update here. Inside the closet is completely painted with one coat of the new mixture that I've got, and it has been drying for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours now. I've been outside painting my shelves that's gonna go all the way across here, so it's nice to be able to paint outside at least. And so there's not a giant difference in the color. The main difference I'm seeing is that it is slightly darker over here in the closet, but it's a little bit more matte because the color that I added to it was matte, where this is semi-gloss. So decisions, decisions, decisions. And I know it's going to look so much different when the tape is off, but there's definitely some spots that's got to have a second coat. So do I go get another gallon of paint just to be able to do a second coat in the original color? Or do I just risk it and put it? It really is just going to look so much better than it did anyways. I don't guess it really matters, does it? So here we are. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm giving you another update here. I painted all of this wall, but not the trim, and all of this wall, but not the trim, with my new mixed color. And so I was going back and forth on what I wanted to do, and then we got to looking, and there's just a slight distinction between the wall color and the ceiling now, and I think we're thinking it's gonna look better if we just do it all the darker color. But it's so hard to even see. There's just very, very little difference here. I don't know how it's gonna go over it all, but yeah, you can't see. So I'm just gonna do it all with the new color and go with it. I just wanted to pop in again here, and this little 4-inch roller is so handy. Like, it is so easy. You just kind of cut in with your brush in the corner, and then you can just kind of run it along the edge, and it creates this really nice border to go all the way around. And then you can come in with your big roller and not have to worry about hitting your ceiling and stuff. So if you guys have a paint project coming along and it's anything like this room, find you a little 4-inch roller. Very handy. All right, it's all painted. I'm gonna be pulling off tape in a little while, and so I have this, we're gonna call it Enhanced Pegasus. Pegasus was the original color, and then I added just a little bit in it to give it a little bit of a deeper tone. Again, it's still white, but we do have this darker coloring, so I'm really excited to get the tape off because I know that's gonna make a big difference. And then the closet is done, so I'm about to go back out and put some of the color on the shelves. So I will try to record me removing the tape because it's just so awesome seeing that tape come down. The tape is off, so I'm gonna do one more quick little peek, and I'm super excited about the closet. All right, guys, I hope you've stuck around for the room reveal. So here we go. Look how bright it is, guys. I think it turned out so good. I love it so much. Look how much bigger it looks, guys. And then check out this beauty. It turned out even better than I thought it would, to be honest. I mean, I thought it was going to turn out good, but then I just love the way that it looks. I think the walls look fantastic. If you are interested, I am planning to do how I organize all of this. So if you're interested to see what all this is, how I organize what we've got going, I will do a video on that, and so be looking out for that. But I just have all of our homeschool stuff over here. This is just a little plastic table. There's nothing fancy about it, but this is a chair that I already had, and that was the wonderful thing about this, is pretty much I shopped to my house and was able to redo this room with pretty much the paint. These I did buy the 2 Cavallini posters, which I think are beautiful. This is her old crib frame, so I repurposed that. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a wooden rail that is running along the top. We put that into the wall, and then I have eyelets up at the top that are holding all of this stuff with like fishing line and 50-pound thread and things like that. And that way I can move all this stuff around, but I'm not having to put holes in my wall. Then along this side of the wall, I've done another one where we have our poster and our magnetic board for All About Reading. I have my little station over here with my printer on it. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen where I put this little flag together. I had an old flag of ours that needed to be repurposed, and I thought, what better way than to put it into this? And so I thought it looked so cute, and so I had this big mason jar pitcher that leaked, and so I didn't use it anymore. And so I repurposed that with an old flag. I thought that was so cute. I have a few office supplies down here, and then right here are just some things that I'm using for our nature walks and things, and our monthly poem. We have our trash can over here, and then this basket I have for things that I need to like maybe scan. I just go ahead and I put them in there. That way if I don't have time to get to it right away, there's a neat little place for them. I did go ahead and use my wall hanging. It's just on the back side now. And then this, I just haven't decided what I want to do with it yet. And I'm being cautious on putting anything on the walls yet because I just don't want to overdo. I am not an interior designer by any means, that is for sure. I'm just kind of winging this. If you guys have any great ideas, leave them down in the comments below. I do have this thing that my mom bought me for my birthday. And it's just a really cute little planter. But I was thinking it could be really cute to house like some pens and pencils and stuff. But I'm just not sure where I want to put it. So again, I'm going slow because I don't want to put any extra holes than I have to. But if you have any really good ideas for this, leave that down in the comments too. I have my little office space over here. I have a blanket on the back of my chair because sometimes first thing of a morning, it's kind of cool when I'm in here working. And then I just have this little organizer tray that houses like my planners and just some different books that I'm reaching for on a daily basis. As far as seating goes, what I've been doing is I've just been rolling my chair over here and lowering it and sitting right across from her. An idea, I've been wanting like a little poof or an ottoman here, but everything that I've kind of come across just seems like it's hard. It doesn't seem like it's very soft. And this is really comfortable to sit in. And so also it keeps the space really open without having something extra here. If I could find a really comfy poof or an ottoman, I would probably go ahead and get it because I think it would just look really cute, but I want it to be comfortable. And another thought that I had is if I could find a wooden stump and sew a really cute topper for it, I thought that would be super cute. I'm sure eventually I'm going to switch out this table, but right now, like I said, I just tried to shop my house, and that's what I did with almost all of this. The curtains, I had those down in storage. I was able to pull those out. I thought they looked great in the space. Another idea that I have for over here is possibly doing like a wood burn decor right over here with our Homeschool Knowledge by Nature name on it. I think that would be really cute. What do you think of that? Put that down in the comments below. I like to use a lot of nature, obviously, and if I could get a piece of really interesting wood to put up on there, I think that would really tie in the whole room, because I really don't want the whole walls covered, but this wall doesn't really have a whole lot going for it, and this would just kind of be like you walk in and you see this cute little design right there. I love it, guys. I love it so much. If you love it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and just let me know what you think of the room. It looks so much better to me, and I love that I was able to shop at my house and reuse so many things. And really, as you can see, we just got rid of a lot of the furniture in here, and that was all made possible by this idea right here. Oh, love it. If you have any, please put them in the comments for me. I'd love to hear them. So I hope you love my homeschool room office makeover. And again, thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I appreciate all of you. And thank you so much for all of those that have been subscribing to me. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.